Return, please return.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus, yeah. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Tune in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Come join us on PGT Time. PGT Time. Join us on PGT Time. PGT Time. Yeah.
In order for y'all to do what God is calling y'all to do, to take y'all platform to where it's a plateau and it can go to levels that you never seen, don't best believe it's gonna come with devils.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
Me and Jason, we gonna clean it up, baby. We gonna clean it up, baby. Yes, it's your girl, the missus, baby. The missus with the kisses. What's goody, y'all? What's goody in your city? Okay, what's goody in your city? Welcome to PGT Time, Peachy News Edition. Y'all already know this is my favorite edition. We are on live each and every Monday night, Wednesday night, Friday night, and Saturday. Okay, and Saturday. So make sure y'all tune in. There are the times listed below. Make sure y'all tune in. Peachy News Edition is my favorite edition because this is the night that we have families come on and they tell their loved one's story on how they was murdered through gun violence, domestic violence, the prison system, and even by the police. And we also do missing person cases and also suicide cases just as well. Okay, so we do it all. Now let's make this clear. I'm not a detective. I know it's hard for y'all to believe. I get it. I'm not a detective. Okay, I provide a platform. I provide a platform so that the families can come on and tell their loved one's story. And then I try to get it out there. So everybody can get awareness at the same exact time. Okay. So thank y'all so much for joining. Let me put our little, there go our other banner. Now I cannot save the world by myself. I cannot save the world by myself. Okay. As much as I want to, I can't do it all alone. So each and every Wednesday, okay? Each and every Wednesday night, I bring up my co-host. All the way from the D. Yeah, that's Detroit. But he don't live there no more. But it's okay. I ain't gonna need to tell y'all where to live at. He'll tell y'all. Here we go. Mr. Jason.
Hey, yo, what up, though? How y'all doing? Welcome in. It's good to see y'all again. Back for another week.
Detroit in the building.
Man. We out here. What up, though? So, hey, look, man, we appreciate you guys being in the building with us right now. I see Merlinda in the building, Brittany, Shaquan. We got Carmen, Josette, Audra. Hey, man, welcome in, guys. Thank you all for being here. Remember to double tap that screen, share the live. If you're over on YouTube, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell notification, and if you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe. You dig? We are thankful to have you guys in here today, man. If you guys are watching on your phone, do all of the things that I just asked. We ask, please. But if not, man, you want to watch it on another platform, you surely can. Guess what? We over on Roku. That's right, Roku. If you got a Roku TV or a Roku device, go ahead and look up PGT Time. That's time spelled with a Y. You'll be able to find our beautiful faces. Well, you'll actually see the message. You'll see her face. That's the app you need to download, and then you're gonna see the show. The show is live right now, so make sure that y'all gonna run that up. Go over there if you please, if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Get us on your 55, 65, 70. 80. Some people got that 80. You know what I mean? So check us out over there.
Yep.
Last but not least, guys, for the months of September, October, and November, we're doing memorials in Atlanta. So we'll be setting up memorials in front of the yards of families that have lost someone, and we're going to be doing special tributes to them. As far as I know, as I remember, we do have September locked in. We're still looking for October and November. Miss Peachy, let us know more about that. That part. So send in your letters. Let us know how you want us to memorialize your family member that was lost. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll end up picking that special people, that special person or family for October and November. You did?
Shout out to Jason. Shout out to Jason.
That felt like a good rundown.
Yeah, you just did the whole spiel and did not mess up one time. I had to laugh my ass off at you not one time. Shout out to explicit language, and also allegedly.
I feel like I'm playing for the Yankees in the 90s right now. You know what I'm saying?
He just did that. He just did that, baby. That's what I'm talking about. But yes, you guys, Jason is right about the memorials. I'm so proud of Peachy Tea Time.
Absolutely.
We started off with Saginaw for the month of June, July, and August, which one family per month was able to be blessed with the memorial yard sign.
Yeah, so it's so beautiful.
So shout out to Fashanta with Greetings Are Us, or Yard Greetings Are Us. I think that's what it is. So y'all make sure everybody in Saginaw and the surrounding areas holler at your girl, okay? And get Fashanta to have them signs up in your yard. She do happy birthdays, thanks for the divorce, all that. She do all that.
It don't matter. She said, whatever you celebrating, the baby ain't mine. You can even have that out there. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate what you want. Celebrate what you want.
Put that out there if you want to. I bet you your car ain't gonna be running the next day.
I got the Maury results back. It ain't mine. Let me get a celebration on my lawn. You know what I'm saying?
Jason is a fool. But yes, thank y'all so much for joining. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I see Sabrina in the building. Tip Good is in the building, baby. What up, girl? She said, I'm fighting to stay up, baby. I'm fighting to stay up. I love to stay up, girl. And that's the best thing about Peachy Tea Time. We always have the replays on just as well. I do not delete the videos at all. So you can always check it out on YouTube, Facebook, what else? Twitch, and also Roku TV, baby. Okay. Now let's get started. We have Miss Vanessa. I said, look, Vanessa going like this, like, oh shoot. It's my turn. It's my turn. It's my turn to come up. Let me get my shit together. But yes, it is Miss Vanessa turn, baby. She is on her way up to tell her loved one's story. Her beautiful daughter, Miss Kiah, baby. Miss Kiah, here she is right there, looking all flawless.
Gorgeous.
Looking gorgeous. And look just like her damn mama. Look just like her mama, Miss Vanessa. You know she look just like you, girl. But I am so thankful that she has came to join us. So I'm about to bring her on up. And here she is, Miss Vanessa. Hey, girl.
Hey.
What is going on, Miss Vanessa? Miss Vanessa been down there cracking up laughing, y'all. I mean, I forgot to tell her I can see everything. She been down there cracking up laughing, but baby, when I said we about to bring her up, she started going. It is my time to shine.
Had to get your hair together, you know.
Girl, I know, but you look absolutely beautiful tonight. Absolutely beautiful. Just like when I saw you and met you for the first time at the gala.
Yes.
And thank you for coming up to me. Thank you for just embracing me. You know what I'm saying? And
thank you for coming.
Thank you. And I'm glad that you're here.
Yes.
I'm glad that you're here.
Me
You,
too.
you could have just like, girl, I want to come on, and I don't hear nothing else from Miss Vanessa. And then Miss Vanessa said, let me get on with Miss Peachy right now.
Right.
And you are here, darling. You are here. You are here. So let's please get started by telling everybody a little bit about yourself, your background, your children, how many you have, and then we'll get into talking about Miss Kiah.
All
Okay.
right. All right.
Yeah, the floor is yours, girl.
All right. The divorced mother of three.
Wow.
I'm a business office director at a senior living community, and I have a brand new grandson.
Ah! Yes,
So my
yes.
so my name is Grandma, not Grandma. Grandma.
Glamour.
That's right.
Grandma, let's
That's what
go.
I'm
Right.
talking about.
That's
That's what
right.
I'm talking about.
That's right. Cause you ain't gonna walk around here and say, "Oh, that's my grandma." No, I don't look like nobody's grandmama. I'm
No,
grandma.
Mm-mm.
you do not.
I'm a grandma. So yeah.
There you
But
go.
but yeah, I had have three wonderful children. I have two boys, and Kiah was my middle child. Um,
Okay.
so that's all about me. I'm just an ordinary person, just laid back.
Exactly. So
Mhm.
Kaya was your middle child and your only girl.
Yes,
Your only girl.
only girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's start with Kaya then.
Okay.
Um, how was Kaya as a little child? Like, when she done came home fresh from the hospital, baby. This your only girl.
She was a wonderful baby. No problems, nothing. She was just the sweetest thing. She was just chunky little baby. Everybody loved her. My mom wanted to hold her all the time. Like, hey, you can't be holding her all the time because I got to go back to work. And at the time, I was married, but don't no man want to be bothered with no newborn baby. They be scared anyway. So, mom
Mhm.
watched the baby, watched my oldest boy. So, pretty much, I worked a lot. I was the breadwinner in that relationship.
Okay.
But we divorced and we ended up leaving Alabama and we came to Georgia, and that was the best decision ever.
Now, how long was you married?
I was married 9 years.
9 years. Okay.
Yep.
And
Yep.
this was Kaya's father?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, you end up moving,
Mhm.
and how old was Kaya when you moved?
When I moved, Kaya was 11.
Okay.
Yeah, she was 11. So she was in the 5th grade when we moved here, and my oldest was in the ninth grade, and the baby boy was still in elementary at the time.
Okay. So
Yeah.
when you moved, that you was also getting divorced at that time.
I was already divorced.
Oh, you was already divorced.
Yeah, baby. I was playing no games. I got to go.
And how did Kaya feel about it?
Well, she was a little sad at the time, but
Mhm.
I try not to put sprinkle a little salt on the relationship between me and the dad. I was like, they'll figure it out. They'll see everything that was going on or whatever, and they did. So I just let sleeping dogs lie.
Okay.
Um, and after that, it was just, hey, meet mom and the kids rocking it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got here to Atlanta.
Mhm.
Um, you got your three babies with you,
Yeah.
and Kaya's in school. How was she doing in school at that time?
She was doing pretty good till like the kids want to try to bully her.
Hmm.
And that was one thing Kaya was not gonna stand for. I had plenty of phone calls from the middle school, and it seemed like I was gonna have to take a lunch and go up there and stay every day. Cause
Wow.
she pretty much wanted to just like, hey, I'm not gonna try to work it out. I'm gonna fight it out.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then once my baby boy ended up going to middle school, oh, she's in protective mode. She like the pit bull. Like, you ain't gonna bother my brother. You ain't gonna bother my brother, or you gonna get these hands. So
Wow.
one day I'm at work and I'm just like, okay, cool. I ain't got no phone calls. Boom, I got a phone call. Hey, Miss Henry, I need you to come up here. Why? What's wrong? Well, Kiah and Contreras, and that's my baby boy, got into a fight on the bus, and she beating him up, and he out the one to holler help.
Oh, she beating up her brother?
She beat up her brother.
Oh man.
She beat up the brother. I'm like, oh my goodness, what in the world? And I was like, Kiah, why are you beating him up? Well, the bus driver told him to sit down. You know, she always felt like she was his mama anyway.
That
And I'm
Mhm.
part.
like, you can't beat him up, Kiah. So he got mad with her. He didn't talk to her for about 2 days. And then they end up apologizing or whatever. And then the following year after that, she went to high school. He was still in middle school. So when she gets to high school, oh, it was most definitely a done deal. She really tore that school up. Her first year, she got into a fight.
Mm.
Got into a fight, got suspended for 10 days. They wanted to go ahead and get her a little simple battery charge. I'm like, what? No, I've never heard of that before.
Wow.
Like, you give it a child a simple battery charge for fighting. So I was like, okay, she had to go to a probation officer, all that stuff. I
How
even
old was she at this time?
She was about what 15 then,
15.
because she
Okay.
was in the ninth grade. So I was like, okay, Kai, let's go ahead and go take this a little further. We're gonna go to anger management. Went to anger management. She enjoyed that counselor. She told her everything that was may have been going on, in school and stuff
Mhm.
like that. Because some things
Oh, my
to
bad. There you go.
some people don't like to disclose certain stuff to their parents, and they will talk to other people instead. And she
Mhm.
felt comfortable enough to talk to the counselor, and it was fine. And after that, it was like she got a whole lot better with the attitude and stuff like that. So they dropped the charges. All they told her was just to stay away from the young lady. Well, you can't be walking around here saying the N word to people and think you're not gonna get maybe a couple cushions
And
behind
talk
that.
to. Yeah,
I know that's
exactly.
right.
So she went on ahead and gave her what for, and these kids that posted it all on World Star and stuff like that. And I'm like, God, girl, you a celebrity behind this mess. But
Wow.
she got a whole lot better right after that, and I had no more problems out of her as far as fighting.
Wow. So you said, well, how old was she around that time?
15.
15. Okay.
Mhm.
So you believe the anger management did help then?
It did help. Oh yeah. Now she did, you know, get into one more little fight after that. But it wasn't in school, it was outside of school. And I found out about that. And I'm like, why, Kaya? Why? Well, she shouldn't have been in school talking mess. And I'm like, girl,
Mm.
you had to let some of these children just, say what they want to say. It doesn't
Mhm.
mean that's what you are, who you are. Just let them go ahead and say what they want to say. So the young lady who, and she ended up, she's so bold, she done went to the young lady's house. She was at the young lady's house.
Kaya did?
Kaya did. Yeah. And beat her
Wow.
up. In the cul-de-sac, beat her up and then left.
W-
That's
Was
crazy.
was Kaya an angry person?
She
Like,
was
why
not
would
an
she
angry
fight all the time?
she's not an angry person. She was a person who's not gonna let you, as the young children say, disrespect her. You're not gonna call her out her name. You're not gonna say, oh well, I'll do so and so to you and think you ain't gonna have to own up to that. You better
Exactly.
not say you're gonna beat her up. Oh, she gonna come to you and say, here I am.
Mm.
Wow. Wow.
So
Why do you think the kids were so what judgmental? Is that a good word to use?
probably
Is
probably
that a good word
probably
to
a
use?
little judgmental. When us as young girls, If we don't fit this certain type of criteria, if you're not, people feel like you're not pretty enough or popular enough, they'll try to bully you. And Kiah was kind of like, she was shy at first or whatever, and she didn't feel like at that particular time she was pretty enough. But I told her, Kiah, you're a beautiful young lady. You don't have to,
Beautiful.
be shy, anything like that. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. And I
Yes, she
think once
was.
she ended up getting out of that whole, I got to fight all the time type bit, she ended up started shining. She was wearing makeup. She wears certain clothes to try to, make her look eccentric. And I'm like, girl, where you get that from? Oh, well, I work. I got a job now, so I bought this. And I'm like, okay, I got you. I got you. So
Wow.
she started blossoming into a butterfly right after that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So, did she have a boyfriend?
yeah. She had several.
Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Look, Vanessa like, might as well go ahead and say it like it is. She has
Hey, yeah, she
several.
had several. She was crazy about one in particular, but I was like, he just not the one for you. And I tried to tell her that, and I just don't want to go into the situation about this young guy because of about my friend Ray that was on your show too and had the
Mhm.
gala. So I don't want to go into that.
Okay.
But I really did not like him at all. I was just like, "Hi, he's just not for you. He's just not."
Okay. Now I must ask this because here on Peach Tea Time we go down deep.
Yeah,
We're not talking about the situation with Ray and the young man.
yeah,
We're not talking about. We're just talking about in general.
right.
Being that she had a history, you
Mhm.
might as well say a history of fighting.
Yeah,
Did she have issues with fighting with boys, with her boyfriends in relationships?
no,
No.
mm-mm. No,
It was just always
she'll
girls.
break up with you and go on.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
And
But
Kiah
she
didn't have
will
any
fight.
children either,
She
right?
will fight my sons, both of them. The oldest one too. She'll fight him too.
I mean, but look, she was raised with boys. You might as well
Yeah,
say.
I was about to say
exactly.
that's
And
what
and
exactly
look,
what it
and you
was.
wanna know what? I'm kind of happy that I had an older boy first, and I had her, and then a baby boy, because in a way she needed to be toughened up, so won't nobody try to take advantage of her. And
Hmm.
she was like, "Oh, I ain't gonna let nobody do this to me. I ain't gonna let nobody do that to me." I'm like, "Right, you supposed to stick up for yourself. You
Hmm.
supposed to.
Exactly.
You
And then
supposed to."
having a baby brother softened her up
Yeah,
just as well. You
yeah,
know, so that's
mm,
awesome.
yeah.
How old was Kiah when she was called home?
She was 17.
She was 17.
Hmm.
So 15 was when she like did a 360 almost.
Yeah,
And 2 years later she was gone.
yep.
Wow. Oh, yeah, there you go. We had a little connection issue. But okay, well, let's go ahead and get started. Okay.
All right.
Let's start with 17.
Yep.
What type of space was she in at the age of 17?
She was in a good headspace. She pretty much done said, "Hey, I'm gonna be a lawyer." I said, "Okay,
All
with the
right,
mouth
all
you
right.
got, you most definitely can be a lawyer."
Hmm.
And she was due to start at Augusta State the following year of her passing.
Mm.
She was supposed to graduate early. She was supposed to graduate December the year
Hmm.
she passed. Because she had more credits to graduate. They only
That's
needed
awesome.
20, and she had 18.
So she was very smart.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Always got good grades. She
Yep.
just liked to fight.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And it may not even be that she liked to fight.
She didn't like the fight, but
Yeah, it may not even be
she
that.
just
It's
felt
just
like
that
if
these
you
people
gonna
keep
if
messing with her.
yeah, if you're gonna try me, then I'm gonna have to show you that you shouldn't be trying me type
all
bit.
right.
Exactly,
I mean, it
exactly.
goes to show. I mean, she had an older brother, little brother, and probably just the attitude of like I'm not one of them ones that's just gonna go with everything,
Right.
and you can walk around me or walk on me. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm gonna stand my 10 toes so you respect me.
Yep.
That
Exactly.
part.
So she didn't get the chance to graduate, correct?
No, she didn't.
Okay, but she went to prom.
She
Is
did
this
go to
her prom
prom.
dress?
She went to prom. Yep.
Okay, that's her in her prom dress.
That's her in her
So
prom
she
dress.
made it to prom.
Yes.
Prom is, you might as well say, at the end
Yeah.
Yeah.
before graduation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was close,
Yeah.
very close to graduation. When was graduation supposed to be?
So she was supposed to graduate in December. But I end up accepting her diploma in May with her original class, the class of 2019.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Yep.
I'll just say she was absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. And she didn't have any children, did she?
She didn't have any children. She said she didn't want no kids.
She didn't want no kids.
She said they was bad.
Wow.
So I could not. I had seen enough of them. No sir.
Yeah, yeah. I always had my niece and nephews at the house and stuff. She was just like, nope, I don't want any kids. Nope.
Wow. Well, this is what we're going to do. We are about to get into a commercial break. When we come back, we are going to go ahead, let you have the floor, and let us know what occurred.
Okay.
How is this young, beautiful, beautiful young lady is not here with us? This, I must say this before we go to this commercial break. Vanessa, this is the first story on PGT Time and Kiah's situation.
Okay.
Everyone that was on here, it was either suicide, gun violence. We had domestic violence. Even someone was shot and killed by the police, which still had to do with the gun. But your situation was different from all of theirs.
Yeah.
And so y'all make sure y'all stay tuned in. We're finna go to a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back. Here we go. Hey y'all, it's your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah. Thank y'all so much for joining me and Jason tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if we got a special guest, thank you, special guest. I thank you for coming, sharing your story. But y'all make sure y'all watch us each and every Wednesday, okay? Each and every Wednesday, 9:00 p.m. Eastern Time. Where you said? You said where? Roku TV, Facebook, YouTube, and also Twitch, baby. Twitch. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, PGT Time spelled with a Y. And make sure you also follow me on all the other platforms just as well. Thank you so much for joining us each and every Wednesday, 9:00 p.m. Eastern Time. Back to the show we go, baby. We going back. Bye.
PGT Time is for the culture. If you or someone you know that has dealt with the death of a loved one due to gun violence, domestic violence, the prison system, or even by the police, PGT Time also provides a platform for missing person cases as well as wrongfully imprisoned inmates. Please like and share this video to get the word out, so the families can get their loved ones' stories out. Email pgttime at pgttime@gmail.com. You can also DM, inbox, or text to 470-620-9916. Thanks for watching.
All right, y'all. We are back. We are back with Miss Vanessa. and she is here telling her loved one's story, which is her daughter, Miss Kiah, baby. Miss Kiah, beautiful Kiah. Now, go ahead, Miss Vanessa, and let us know what happened. Before you tell us what happened, I see she ran track too.
She ran track. Yes, ma'am. She did hurdles.
Yes, that's
Hmm.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now, tell us what happened on this day, this very day.
So, it was November the 2nd, 2018. Me and Kaya spent the whole day together. We went to the mall. Uh, we had like a mother daughter day, got nails done, went out and had lunch, and she wanted to go over her friend's house. And I said, okay, you gonna spend the night? She said, yes, I'll spend the night and you could pick me up tomorrow when you get off work. Okay, fine. That worked out great. So I dropped her off at a friend's house and I was like, okay, well, I'll pick you up tomorrow. And I said, I love you. And that was it. Um, let me get it together.
Take
Yeah,
Never
your
take your
think,
time.
time. Take your time.
never thinking that I'm not gonna see my child anymore after that.
Hmm.
So I text her later on, maybe about 9 o'clock that evening, and I said, "Hey, what you doing?" She said, "Nothing." Me, Zakia, and the other young lady that was driving the vehicle, her name was Kaya as well. She said, "We all sitting here eating McDonald's." I said, "Okay, cool. Well,
This
I'm
was her
going."
friend.
This was her friend, alleged friend.
Okay.
And I said, "Okay, well, I was just checking on you before I go to bed. Good night, and I love you." And that was it. The next morning, I had to be to work at 6. And so I'm at work and I get a phone call, and it was the other Kaya's mom. And she said, Nelson, did you get a phone? Did you hear? I said, hear what? And she said, the Kayas was in a car accident. I'm like, no, I ain't heard nothing. I'm at work. And she said, Kaya didn't make it. I'm like, wait a minute. What Kaya? Who's Kaya? She said, yo, Kaya. So I'm kind of like getting a little frustrated. I'm like, girl, don't be calling me at work this time of morning telling me nothing like that. And she said, Vanessa, I promise you, I'm not playing a joke on you or nothing. She said, the Kaya was in a car accident and your Kaya didn't make it. And I'm like, what? So she said, let me give you the coroner's number. And I'm like, what? So I'm still trying to keep my composure about this situation. So I write the number down and I just hung up on her real quickly. So I called the coroner's office and I'm like, hey, somebody just called, one of my daughter's friend's mother called and said that my daughter was in a car accident and she didn't make it. And she asked me my daughter's name and her date of birth. And I told her. And she said, yes, I'm sorry to tell you this, but yeah, your daughter was in a car accident. She didn't make it.
Hmm.
So I'm at work and I just literally just flipped out. Like it was when nobody on the hall with me, it was just quiet, just silence. And I just bust out and started crying. And one of the girls came down the hallway and she said, I need you to come with me. I need you to come with me because something's wrong with Vanessa. And I just couldn't stop crying. I just kept on just crying and crying and crying. And she was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I'm like, she gone. She gone. And it took me a whole hour just to get myself together, to even try to call my ex-husband and tell him. And I'm instead of trying to get it together and I'm calling him. He not answering the phone. I had to call my other friend and tell her. I had to wake everybody up because they in different time zones than me because Alabama time is an hour behind us. And I'm waking my mom up. I'm waking my brothers up. And I'm like, Kaya gone. She gone. She was in a car accident. And it took me a whole hour and a half to get my composure to even leave to go tell my sons.
Hmm.
Jeez.
And at the time, I had moved from out of Dallas and I moved to Marietta. So when the police went to go to the old address to tell me, they was like, she doesn't live here anymore. She moved. So that was the only
Um,
way they was trying to get in contact with me because of my old address, but I wasn't there anymore. And I was just lost for words. I just didn't know what to do.
wow. So you stayed there at the job for like an
Yep,
hour and a half,
yep,
crying,
yep,
hysterical,
yep,
just out of mind.
yep.
And then you get in your car and drive,
I get
or
in my
somebody
car.
came and got you,
I got in my car and I drove. I
and you
drove.
drove home.
I drove home. And I told my son, I said, hey, I need to tell you something. And he was just like, what? He said, you just got this crazy look in your face. And I'm like, Kai is gone. And he said, what you mean? I said, Kai is gone. She passed away in a car accident. And he was so mad. He punched a hole in the wall. And I was just like, and I just couldn't, I just started crying again. And he was so upset. And he was like, I'm gonna kill that bitch. The girl that was driving, he said, I'm gonna kill her. And I said, no, we need to find out what happened first. You can't just jump to conclusion. We need to find out what happened. So
At this time, y'all didn't know nothing.
we didn't know anything.
Y'all didn't know who was driving.
Nope.
Y'all didn't know what time she had left the house.
Nope.
You didn't know nothing at all. What time they pronounced her dead.
Nope.
Nothing.
Nothing. Just totally clueless.
And how long would you say that you felt like y'all was clueless on everything?
We was clueless for about a day
Oh wow.
Girl,
Wow.
no, Vanessa.
because the young lady who was driving the car, she wouldn't talk to us. She was trying to get herself together. Um, and I was just like, I just can't believe this. I can't believe this. And when we finally got a chance to talk to her, I didn't talk to her. I let
Mm-hmm.
my son and his friend go talk to her. And, her story changed up 3, 4 times. Um, when I finally got over there and got a hold to her, the story still, changed 3, 4 times. And I had to call on my friends for help because I didn't know what the world I was doing. Never had to plan nobody's funeral, let alone a child's funeral
Mm.
before. So, um, all my friends came up from Alabama. My mom, my dad. I had my friend Shay. She most definitely just jumped in with no problem.
Amen.
And you know, the young lady, she just could not tell the truth to save her life.
Are you able to tell us at least a couple of the stories that she said
Yeah,
that was different?
I'm good. I'm fine. First she said that when they was in the car, she told my son that Kiah died in her arms, and she told her to tell us that she loved us. And then she said the next story, she said, well, Kiah died in the passenger seat and she didn't have a seatbelt on and her neck was broken and stuff like that. And that was not even the truth. So the young lady was in the back seat with them. She was the one that went on ahead and told everything. And she was Kaya's real best friend. But she didn't even know that Kaya had passed away because the young lady, they couldn't get her out of the passenger side. They had to get her out of the back window. Once they got her out of the back window, it slid her stomach down in the middle.
Mm.
So she was going in and out of consciousness, bleeding a lot, bleeding like, ooh, a lot. So, um, We waited at least 3 days to tell her that Kiah passed away. And she said, "Ma," she said, "let me tell you what happened." And she told the whole story. The young lady, the other Kiah, wanted to go visit a young guy. Didn't know him, met him on Facebook. He wanted to see her because he wanted her to sing a hook on his new song. And I'm like, what? You don't even know this guy. You met him on Facebook and you had only known him 3 weeks. So she went over there. She dragged Kiah and Kiah's friend Zakiya with her. And they didn't want to go because Zakiya didn't feel well, but they ended up going anyway. So the guy was like, after they went over there and she sung the hook or whatever, he would say, "Hey, can you drop me off around the corner to my homeboy house?" All right. So all four of them in the car. Instead of her stopping at the stop sign, she yielded and went out, and the car was coming um, maybe 50, 60 miles per hour, hit her car, and her car hit a fire hydrant, and that was it.
Wow.
So Kiah died on impact.
Where was Kiah sitting at?
Kiah was on the passenger side.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, she was on the passenger side. Zakiya said, "Mom," she said, "Kiah was in the front seat, choking and gurgling off of her blood." And I was like, my poor child suffered. She suffered sitting at the front seat, just gasping for air. And I was just like, oh my goodness, I just could not accept it. And I'm like, I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. Um, and the young lady that was driving, not a scratch. Not
Mm.
a scratch on her. Not a scratch on her. The young man, he had a broken shoulder, and then he had like a fracture up under his face, in his face and under his eye, but not a scratch on the driver.
And the other young lady that was in the back seat, her
Had
stomach
Yep,
got cut.
yep,
And nothing at all with this driver.
nope,
She was able to get out this car and walk and talk and everything.
yep. The man who hit their car, he was in ICU for 3 weeks.
Oh wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, yep,
Under the circumstances, I gotta say this. Under the circumstances, this girl was blessed. Everybody got hurt except for her,
yep,
and she was the driver.
That's crazy to me.
That's crazy.
yep.
And you want to come out and tell different lies, allegedly.
Yeah, yeah. And
I wouldn't want to tell no, not man lie. I'm finna tell you everything. Was alcohol involved?
no,
She literally just
they
did not
drug tested and
stop.
everything. Nothing, nothing,
She
nothing.
just didn't stop.
She just didn't stop. But that road they're on, it's always dark. They was on the intersection of Butner Road and Union Road.
Was she charged with anything? Carmen wants to know.
She was charged with vehicular homicide, manslaughter. I'm sorry, which is just a misdemeanor.
So she didn't do no time.
No time. She got 4 years of probation. She had to pay $1,000 restitution fee. She had to go to 4 defensive driving course classes, and she had to go to 3 victim impact classes. And she was supposed to write an apology letter, and I have yet to receive it, but I really don't want her damn apology.
That's crazy.
Mm, mm, mm.
The next couple of days after I went and retained an attorney about the accident, her mother had the nerve to call my phone and say, I can't believe you trying to blame a child for an accident. It wasn't my daughter's fault that your daughter didn't have her seatbelt on and broke her neck.
That's crazy.
Yep,
Did she have her seatbelt on?
she did have her seatbelt on.
Yeah, I mean, even having that seatbelt on, a T-bone at 60 miles an hour, yeah, that passenger is gonna have a whole lot going on.
Yep. She and like I said, if her neck was broken, I would have never had an open casket funeral. Only thing that was broken on my daughter was her right arm and her left leg because she was trying to brace herself from the impact. That's all.
Mm.
Wow. I want to read this comment off, and I want you to tell me how you feel about this.
Okay.
So sad. Talking about the driver, Kiah. That's who she is. She was probably scared and probably felt really bad. That's why she was lying. Sad all around.
Well, I don't. First of all, I understand you being scared, but at the end of the day, you took somebody's life. Just tell the truth. Tell the truth. You didn't have to lie because at the end of the day, it's gonna come out anyway.
There you go. Do
And
you
then
feel?
and
Oh, go ahead.
then and then for and then with the lie, you start being mean with the stuff, saying negative stuff. And you said that my daughter was your friend, your best friend. She was your twin and all that type of stuff. If she was your friend, I would never tell a lie about what happened to my friend. I'm gonna tell the truth. Yes, the person might be mad at you for a while because of what happened, but at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure when these people get okay, they gonna forgive you. But because you lied first, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that.
Wow.
And said all these horrible things about her. I don't think I'll be able to forgive you, darling.
Jessica said, "I do not agree." She showed me she was showed no remorse. Even her mom acting how she did after.
Yeah,
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Shantae said, "This story is a little hard to sit through. Baby, this is peachy tea time. Welcome, welcome, welcome." And Vanessa can tell you,
Yeah.
this is peachy tea time. A lot of the families that come on, these are very, very hard stories to tell. Very hard stories to tell.
Very
But
extreme. Yeah.
yes, but they take the time out to come on here to start the healing process, to continue on with the healing process, or because they are healed, they're coming to bring the awareness. That's
Yeah.
what they're doing.
Yeah.
So, yes, you are right, Shantae. It'd be hard to sit through these stories, but they need to be told.
Yeah.
We only get 5 minutes, not even that, 2-3 minutes of a news broadcasting clip.
Mm-hmm.
Vanessa didn't even do a news. She don't have a news broadcasting clip. She didn't do a press conference.
No.
None of that. This is her first time ever speaking on it publicly here on Peachy Tea Time, because we're able to give people this platform to do that. You know, but it'd be sad, girl. It'd be so, so sad. You know, Miss Vanessa, my heart goes out to you.
I appreciate it.
My heart goes out to you. Like you said, you just talked to her. You just said, I love you.
Yeah.
And then the next day you at work and somebody say your baby gone.
Right.
I know your heart just fell straight to the down under the ground.
Yeah.
Like you was in total disbelief.
Yeah. Yep. And still in disbelief.
Still in disbelief.
Yep.
Wow. So we got to get into it. The police, the detectives.
Yeah.
Let us know, girl, what's been going on with that.
So,
Because this happened in 2019, correct?
18.
2018. Okay, 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So, what have been accomplished between 2018 and 2023?
Nothing. The only thing that's been accomplished is she's been to court, and that those were the charges that they gave her, and that was it. That's it. I mean, they ruled it out as just being an accident, but it's not an accident because somebody lost their life. You may think it's an accident, but it's not an accident because somebody's not here anymore.
Exactly.
And I feel like, I've always said that the justice system fails us when it comes to stuff like
Absolutely.
that.
100% it
Like
does.
I even told my attorney, I even told the prosecutor, like, hey, dude, she needs some type of jail time, something. Let her know, hey, you can't do stuff like that and you gonna get away scot free from this. You just living your best life, and I gotta look at pictures of my kid. I got to go look at her headstone in a grave and stuff like that. Like, dude, you out here doing your thing. And me and my kids is grieving a loss of a sibling and a child.
Wow. Now you know I gotta ask this too. You probably don't know, but it's coming. It's coming,
Go
Miss
ahead.
Vanessa.
I'm ready for it.
If it was your choice, regardless of what anybody got to say,
Mhm.
we want to get in your head as
Okay.
a mother that lost a child from a car accident. You know that was supposed to be her quote unquote friend.
Mhm.
You know, how much time do you think? Not just she should get some time. How much time do you think this young lady can get? You know it can't bring your child back. You
Right.
get that. You understand.
Yeah.
But if they came and told you that they gave her this amount of time and it would be an ease to you, just a little bit, what time would that be?
She don't need to see daytime no more. She need to be in there for life. She should have had something. But yeah, if it was up to me, I would give her life in prison because at the end of the day, it's a murder. It's a murder.
You're right. You're right. It's
I
murder.
know it was an accident, yes, but you was at fault with that accident. The man who was driving the car, he also was at fault. He was supposed to go to court. He ain't been to court. They got a warrant.
Wow.
They got a warrant out for him too.
Wow.
Yeah. Even though he was injured, he was still supposed to show up at court, and he didn't go.
And they can't go find him?
Actually, he lives out of state. He lives in South Carolina, but he does have a few businesses here in Georgia. I'm my own detective.
That's what I was saying. At this point, you had to go do your own thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, Miss Vanessa. My heart goes out to you. Let's get into some of these comments, okay?
All right.
Wakita said, what was the driver reaction when the other friend told the truth? That's a good one, Wakita.
Well, she was
Hey,
just
boo.
saying, "Hey, darling. Hey, Wakita." She actually said, "Well, she's lying or whatever." We like, ain't nobody gonna lie, baby. That girl telling the truth. She ain't on the pain medicine no more. She went on ahead and told everything. You forced them to leave and go with you to go meet this guy that you did not know. They didn't have to go, but at the end of the day, they wanted to go because, hey, this is my friend. I
Yeah.
don't want her to go to this guy's house by herself and she don't know him. So they went on ahead and went. They knew that, hey, if something pop off, oh, we know Kiah got them hands. She gonna beat him up long enough for us to go ahead and all try to get out. But
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy. But she did not want to own up to none of that. It was everybody else's fault but hers. And at the time, both of the Kias was only 17. The driver was just a minor, and she was supposed to be driving with a learner license,
Oh man. Oh
and they
wow.
charged her for that too. Yep.
Wow. So
Yep.
all she had was a permit, as we would
All,
call it back
all
then.
she had was a
That's what we
permit.
call a
Yep.
permit. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
You supposed to be now. Are you supposed to drive with a licensed driver or with your parent?
You
Back when
supposed
Um,
to
I was in school, I had to drive with my parent.
a licensed driver.
a licensed driver. You're supposed to have a licensed driver, and you're not supposed to be out past a certain time.
Yeah,
I
like
don't know if it's,
8 or 9 o'clock or something like that.
yeah, yeah.
Did Kiah and the other young lady have a driver's license?
Nope.
Nobody had a
Oh
driver's
yeah,
license.
yeah. She's
Nope.
supposed to be getting in trouble.
Yeah, she should have gotten to at least some jail time.
Yep. Yep.
Well,
And
because then you
so
said
she
you
had
said
to
she
been like,
was.
I'm sorry, Jason. She had to been like 15, 16 years old.
They was both 17. Her and Kaya both.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay.
All three of them was
So
17.
Oh,
Yep.
all three of
So
them. Okay.
in ways, she's considered a minor still. So yeah, it's kind of.
Absolutely.
It was hard. It would be hard to give her jail time because of it.
Mhm.
Accident, like yeah, that's a lot.
Mhm.
That's a real tough situation just because of
Yeah,
so
but
many roles and dynamics. But you're right. Someone still lost their life.
yeah, and then they also said, now I don't know how true this is. Georgia law says at the age of 17, you're considered an adult. I
I
don't
was
know. I don't know why would you consider somebody 17 an adult?
I was gonna say each state is different. Each state
Yeah.
is different. Yeah.
I'm finna Google that and see.
Yes, please do, because I'm just like, ain't no way in the world. But to me, your mindset, you're still a minor.
Absolutely.
Wow. Go ahead, Jason. And,
No, I'm waiting on the answer too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to know it in suspense as well. You know what I mean? But no, when so I guess we are talking through the aspect of the police officers and getting to this information to you. Jessica, she's in the chat with us, and she made a statement a little way back in the comments where the police should be handing out this information to the parents and not friends and not people that are just starting here. Where was the police when this happened, and how like when did they finally approach you?
It took days for them to even find me
Mm-hmm.
because of the fact, like I said, I had moved. Just so happened one of my daughter's friends' dad worked for the police department. They called him to the accident, but another accident happened. They took him from her accident and sent him to a different accident.
Mm.
So I had to like try to do further investigation on. I had to get with Zakia, the one that was in the back seat, and get with her mom and find out a lot of information from her. And she gave me the detective's number. I called and talked to them, and it was kind of like, well, okay, it was an accident type thing. Like they really didn't care about another
Someone
person
lost,
lost,
right?
stuff like that. Just it was just a bunch of bullshit, and I really didn't like it because you supposed to be trying to find this parent to tell this parent, hey, your kid's gone.
Right. Because then that makes me think, right? Because there's two other minors in the car.
Yep.
How did their parents get notified?
So the young man that was in the car, he called his mom.
Okay.
He called his mom. Zakia, when she ended up getting to the hospital, they end up calling her.
Gotcha.
and
So
they had
so
her on
everybody else
camera.
had the voices except for my own.
Yep.
Okay. Now I did look it up, but it seems like it's talking about the law. So it says if you are 17 years of age or older, your case will not be heard in a juvenile court, but
Right.
will be heard in a municipal, state, or superior court, and you will be sentenced as an adult.
Absolutely.
For
Right.
law
Yep.
purposes in Georgia, you are an adult.
Mhm.
There
At
you go.
age 17, you are an adult in Georgia if arrested.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
So
what
she
they
should have been tried as an adult, but
Absolutely.
obviously the judicial system there in Georgia didn't deem this worthy enough to be court ridden because it was an accident.
Yep.
It doesn't seem malicious, at
Mm.
any space. So that's and I don't mean to come off or sound cold, and just due to your reaction, you kind of understand that, like, they're
Yeah.
gonna look at it like it wasn't like she intended for her to get hurt and
Right.
pass. You know what I mean? Like, so they, but that still don't take away from your pain and what actually happened.
Right.
Because, say for instance, if I were to go out and do that and have a vehicular homicide on my rap, I probably won't just get a slap on my wrist. I probably would have anywhere
Yeah.
5 to 10 to 15 years,
Yep.
because I've
Yeah.
seen it happen plethora of times, right? There's plenty of charges out there that has happened. So it's interesting to just kind of walk through that. You're right. Maybe the judge or whoever looked at it and goes like, well, we don't want to throw away 2 kids' lives because of a simple accident. So I don't know. This is just kind of me tossing
Yeah. Yeah.
randomness in the air, but I don't want to also negate the fact that you lost someone, which
Yeah.
is still painful, right? This is your daughter. Like, this
Yeah.
is I I want things to be handled correctly because that's the law. And right now, the law don't look like it's helping me out in
Right.
any type of way.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly. Um, is this show helping a little bit, Vanessa?
It is.
It is. Okay.
It's
I just
always a
make sure
blessing to
you
be able
good.
to talk about your beautiful daughter, right?
Of course. Of course. Because
Yeah,
when I used to talk about it, I'm always just crying all the time. But like I said, even though it seems like yesterday, it gets a little easier to talk about her. It gets a little easier just to talk about this whole incident. But I got so many people in my corner.
amen.
That helps. It helps.
Well, you got picture tea time now, girl. We
Yes,
in
I
your
do.
corner. We stand with you, girl. We stand with you. You and your family. Now, this again is the very first time that we've done a car accident on this show. I gotta be transparent for a moment.
Mm.
I have been fearful. When I say fearful of car accidents for a very, very, very long time.
Mm.
Many, many years. I've been in a few accidents, but I was okay. I've never been into an accident to where I had to go to the hospital behind it. But
Yeah.
I've been into quite a few accidents as a teenager,
Mhm.
just now driving. I'm from Michigan. A lot of my accidents happen during the wintertime.
Mhm.
Sliding on ice,
Yeah.
almost hitting poles and stuff, you
Mhm.
know. So I've always been fearful of it.
Yeah.
And by me being fearful of it, I never opened my show up to crashes, car accidents,
Mhm.
because I was so fearful of it.
Mhm.
So when I'm saying this because now Vanessa, that you've helped somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you just help one person tonight,
Yeah.
you've done your job.
Yeah.
And I can truthfully say, you have helped me. Because, baby, I wasn't going to bring nobody on my show. And when you told me that your baby was in the car accident, it's like something came over me. I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Should I tell her yes? Should I tell her no? What am I going to do? Jesus, tell me something. Because my anxiety is crazy. Even if my kids go somewhere with somebody, which is very rare.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. Call me as soon as you get to that destination.
Absolutely.
I'd rather fly than drive. And I know I need to get over this fear. So many people be like, girl, road trip, girl. I be like, bad. Call me when y'all get back, okay? Bring me a souvenir, But I've always been just so fearful. How was it when it was time for you to start driving again. Your other kids driving.
Oh, I didn't like it. And my baby boy wanted to go off with his friends. I'm like, oh hell no, nope, nope,
Mm.
mom, but I don't care, nope. And I had to sit there and be like, okay, Nelson, just calm down, just calm down. But I was like, I'm fearful because I didn't want to get that phone call again
You ain't want that feeling again.
about another child being taken away by a car accident. Things happen. Like, you have to be aware of what you're doing in these cars. And children today, young minor children, everything is distracting them. The phone, your
Yep.
friends in the car, like the music. Like,
Yep.
no, you can't go. You can't go. I'll drop
Yeah,
you off. They used to get mad at me. I said, I'll drop you off. But that's just the way I felt because of what happened to Kiah.
how did you get past that? How old
Oh,
is your boys now? How old is your boys now?
they are the oldest one is 27 and the baby boy is 20.
How did you get past it? Because there's other mamas out there watching.
A lot of counseling.
Mm,
A lot of counseling.
Amen.
amen.
Yeah, for real.
Counseling is and anxiety medicine. I promise you. I promise you.
Right.
Wow.
And to this day, even though a lot of counseling and anxiety medicine helps, I still tell my boys, "Hey, call me when you get there."
Please.
Mm,
I got the whole tracking device on their phones. Wherever you going, I'm gonna see it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see it.
mm.
I know where you at all times. But I can't help that. And I keep telling them, like, Mom, you ain't got no. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I need to know where you at all times. Y'all my precious cargo, and I need to know where you are at all times.
Do they understand now?
They understand. They
Good.
understand.
Kudos to you, boys. We finna give you a round of applause. Kudos. Kudos for understanding mama.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Understanding mama's feelings.
Hmm.
You know? Because everybody think they grown past 18.
Yeah.
18, I'm grown. And you got boys too. So for them to still show you the respect and let you know where they are is just everything. It
Hmm.
definitely lets us all know, and including you, Vanessa, that they care. They have feelings too, and they understand people's feelings.
Yeah.
And they know
They
you're
know
hurting
where I'm at
behind
all time because they got my location too.
exactly. Exactly. So what we're going to do now, we do have a tribute that I have for you. We're going to go ahead and play the tribute. And when we come back, we're going to get into these comments, okay? Because I see y'all out there. I see y'all. We're going to get straight to y'all comments, but we're going to go ahead and get into this tribute. Again, we had no news broadcastings tonight. We had no music videos tonight, just as well. All we got is the tribute. And I'm going to let Jason, this is not our typical
Mm-hmm.
type of show where we have to, get a little
That
hood
part. That
hood
part.
up in here to let these folks know y'all watching us, But Jason, I love the way he put everything. Okay, so he gonna probably switch it up a little bit, but go ahead, Jason.
I mean, at this moment, when we look at this and hear this, there's not much to really put to it, right? From a legal standpoint. I did see some of the chat say that, it was a drop on the lackluster police force all the way to the system, but that's just who our system is. I think more so along is like we need to be able to get our people that look like us in the spaces that help change how things go forward, right? And what I mean by that is say this happens to another family, we want to be able to have that closure that they missed on Vanessa's behalf and get it on their behalf. It's a big blessing that she's been able to find some peace and some resolve, and we're glad to see that. And I hope that this the video that we're going to be playing here soon kind of even brings more closure to you and just bring more happiness to the thought of your Kiah. You know what I mean? So we already know how much you love her. So we just
Oh,
hope that this
yeah.
brings a little bit more to it.
I
All
appreciate
right. Well, here we go, Miss Vanessa. This for you, girl. We love you.
it. Love
Here
you.
we go.
All I hear is raindrops falling from the rooftop. Oh, baby, tell me why'd you have to go? 'Cause this pain I feel it won't go away. And today I'm officially missing you. I thought that from this heartache I could escape. But I've run it long enough to know there ain't no way. And today I'm officially missing you. Ooh, can nobody do me like you? I said every little thing you do. Hey baby, say it stays on my mind. And officially, it's official. Ooh, you know that I'm missing you, yeah, yeah, yeah. All I hear is raindrops. Ooh, yeah, and I'm officially missing you.
All right. We are back. We are back. We are back. How you feeling right now, Miss Vanessa?
I'm good.
You good? You good? We just want to make sure you good over there, girl. Now we got so many comments out here. Shanta said we are praying for you and your family. BG, hey BG, BG
That's my
says
brother.
such a lovely smile, such a lovely smile.
Absolutely.
Aaliyah said I miss her so much. I love you, Kai girl. Naturally, delightful. Put them hearts up. Merlinda put them hearts up. Jessica, one blessing is the cars nowadays are built so much better to handle more impact. I have gone to accidents that people should be dead, that walk away with nothing. Doesn't make your situation easier.
Yeah.
She's right. Prayers to mom. Shanta said, are you still seeking counseling?
Only if I feel like it.
Okay.
You know, I'm more at peace now because when I moved out of Dallas and I ended up moving to Gwinnett, my first night in this apartment, she came to me in a dream. She came to me in that same blue dress and she sat on the bed and she said, Mom, I'm okay. I want you to know that I am okay. I want you to go back to being who you are and I'm gonna be all right. And she said, I love you. And then I woke up and then I'm running through the apartment trying to find her.
Trying to find her. Right. Amen.
So,
Yeah.
when she did that, that kind of just gave me a little clarity to say, it's okay to move on. It's okay to keep on living. She's living through me.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. When people used to tell me that their loved one came to them in their dream or the lights flickered or something that reminded them of it, I used to be like, is they telling the truth or is they just saying what everybody else be saying? And then one of my close friends passed away.
mm,
She wasn't blood related to me, none of that. And to this day, I promise y'all on everything I love, it was a video, Vanessa and Jason. I'm scrolling on my phone because me and her still friends on Facebook, and I'm scrolling and I see a live video of her on her page that someone had reposted. And on the video, when you hit play, you see everybody dancing and moving, but you don't hear no music, none. And then you see her face pop up. I did. This is what I saw. I saw her face pop up on the camera. She was moving, and I promise y'all, and I'm not lying to y'all, you can't hear it, but I could read her lips, and her lips said, "I'm okay." And at that moment, that's when I was like, "That's what people talking about. This is what they're talking about." I call her kid's father, and I'm like, "Man, I just saw this in this video." And he was like, "Okay." Like, what was wrong with me? Okay, but you don't hear no music. And as soon as you read her lips, well, I read her lips and it said, "I'm okay." That's when the music popped on. And you see her just dancing. She moved the camera around so you see everybody else dancing. But that was when I realized that is really a true statement when people say that their loved ones come back to them.
Yeah, it is 100%.
Yes. Jason, did you go through that with your cousin? You talk about your cousin a lot on the show.
Not necessarily, I deal with so much trauma, so much like abandonment that I don't deal with those emotions all too well. So I negate that kind of emotion. So it could have happened, it could be there, but I just never tap in enough. And as you were saying that, I was just trying to sit here and kind of feel that emotion. Even when she told the story about, your daughter coming into your dream. And I was just like, man, that's a beautiful blessing to have. And it's just gonna take some time for me to ever get there to kind of receive that kind of space.
Okay. Now we got another comment from Amber. Hey, Amber. She said, "My condolences to you and your family. I myself was in a car accident going on 2 years ago, hitting a tree. It is very scary, but it will get better with time."
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Shantae said, "Someone should be held accountable. Period. Pooh." Okay, I add a poo. She said, "I feel that this entire case was handled improperly. Shame on that lackluster police force." Jason, that's the comment that you was talking
That's what I was
about.
speaking to, yeah.
Yeah, that's the comment you were speaking on. All right, well, we are about to get out of here. BG says, "Strong and loving mother."
Amen.
Yes, she is. Love you, Pooh. Yeah. So your family and your support system, your friends, they showed up for you tonight, baby. They showed up for you tonight. And I know that makes it even better. Just to have the love and the support. Do you do any type of balloon releases, celebrate her birthday? Like, what do you do?
So, like the first 3 years of her being gone, I did that, and I had got to the point where I said I'm not gonna keep doing balloon releases and stuff like that, um, because I don't want to keep harboring up those feelings all the time. I will just like it'll be 5 years in November. I don't want to do balloon release. I'm not gonna do none of that. Her friends will call me. They'll even, stop by and stuff like that. That's comfort enough for me. She ran track, she got her track letter and stuff like that. So I reached out to this young lady to make me a Letterman's jacket, to put her letter on the jacket and put some other little patches and stuff on there just to allow me to be a little closer to her. And for her birthday and the day of everything happening, I go back to the high school to visit the principal and stuff like that. That's what makes me feel closer to her because that's where she spent a lot of her time at the high school. And they say, "Oh, we missed her. We wish she was still here so she can jack up some of these girls that really need to be jacked up." I just felt I started laughing. I said, "Yeah, she'll probably get them all in shape, but that's what kind of gives me comfort being around her friends and her friends reaching out and stuff like that. Not just a balloon release, because when you keep releasing balloons, it keeps saying that means, hey, I'm continuing to say goodbye to you. I'm not saying goodbye to you. I'm saying hello to you because mama is on the move.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Now, again, thank you so much, Vanessa,
Thank
for
you, Miss
being
Mary.
here with us tonight. Thank you for trusting me with your daughter's story. We're gonna get into these last two comments, and then I always let the guests in the show. Okay. And after these comments, I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna say. I'm a little bossy when it comes to that part. I'm gonna tell you what to
Okay.
say. What you gonna talk about, okay?
All
So let's
right.
get into these last couple comments. Shantae, I'm sorry, says it in times of sorrow, may you find solace. Though words may fail, love will embrace. Through memories cherished and moments shared, may your heart find comfort knowing others cared. We love you.
I love you too, my
Oh,
best friend.
oh, best friend, BFF,
Yeah.
bestie. That was so cute. That was cute. Aaliyah said, I am happy that we were able to meet. Although the circumstances aren't the best, I love you.
I love you,
Oh,
Aaliyah.
oh, Shantae said BFF, BFF. All right, Jason, is there anything you want to say tonight before we leave this show? This is our
Yeah.
last Wednesday show, y'all. This is our last
That's
Wednesday
it.
show until we come back from New York Fashion Week, baby.
Yes.
So our next, after tonight, let me go to my calendar. After tonight, our next show will be on the 13th, September 13th. So we will not be on live on the 6th, but don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. We're gonna show up, we're gonna show throwback. We're gonna show throwback. Y'all ain't gonna miss us. Don't even worry about it. We'll show, Vanessa be laughing at me. But out for real, we're gonna do a throwback. So y'all ain't gonna even miss it. It just ain't gonna be live, okay? But we will be back live on the 13th. All right, go ahead, Jason.
One thing I want to say is from the story from last week with Wakita, and now hearing your story as well, it just goes to show that, man, as parents, we try to do every single thing we can do to protect our children,
Yeah.
to protect them from harm and danger so they can live a fulfilled life. And sometimes it's just nothing we can do.
Right.
And it provides a thought for me, and a feeling of me is like, hug your children a little extra tighter, a little longer.
Yeah.
Tell them you love them a couple more times than you normally do. And then this kind of goes beyond your loved ones, man, because you have to look at it as your friends and your people and your circle. Like the ones that you really find in your circle, like let them know that they are loved and appreciated, because at any moment, you know what I'm saying, our father can call his children home. You know what I mean? So there's no preparation for it. There's no knowing, you know what I'm saying? If we all knew that, then we'll play this game a little different. But unfortunately, we don't. So we play it how we play it. So I just ask that you guys continue to tell your people that you love them a little bit more, hug them a little bit longer, and you know what I'm saying, and tell them a little more than often that you love them. And you don't need nothing from them. Just I love you. You feel me?
Exactly. Now, Jason, I got a special request. Can you say the little thing about the water? Protect your pieces in the water.
Oh yeah. You want me to say
Vanessa,
my
I
whole?
don't know what it is.
You're right. You're right. You want me to say my whole spiel, or you just want
Yeah,
me to say
say the
one?
whole spiel.
All right. So basically it goes like this, man. I need everybody to continue to be your absolute best, because being empowered starts today. We live life, we love unconditionally, and we seek growth. When we do all three of those, we're in our alpha states to stay primal and get after it. Last but not least, protect your peace and drink water. Protect your peace and drink water.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to do that every show.
Every
I
show,
like that. I
I
like
got
that.
you.
Yeah,
I got you.
he'll say it sometimes, Vanessa, then he take it back. If he say it all the time, I can memorize it.
I can
And
memorize
yeah, I can memorize it. Maybe I can say it when he forget to say it. You know?
that part. That part. Well, yeah. So no problem. No problem.
Thank you. Well, Jason, I'm gonna pull you down. You already know what it is. You know, just stay up for a couple minutes after the show if you can, so we can talk to Vanessa. And y'all say bye to Jason. All right, Vanessa, thank you again so much for showing up tonight.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
love you. I am going to send you the tribute tonight.
Okay.
And you can keep it, do whatever you want to do with it. If you want to repost it, repost it. If you want to keep it just for yourself, keep it just for yourself. If you want to share it with your family and friends, do that just as well. Completely up to you. But I always let my guest in the show. Okay. And before I say what you're going to say, make sure y'all tune in on Friday. Okay. Make sure y'all tune in on Friday. And on tune in on Friday. Not Saturday. Tune in on Friday. And with me and Poolie, my husband, for love and relationships and all that little extra stuff. But anyway, Vanessa, I had to say it. I had to say, gotta get the little promo in there when you can, girl. Get in there when you can. But Vanessa, this is what I want you to do. Okay. You know, we go deep on Peachy Tea Time. We go deep. And you can say whatever you want to say. It's your right. But I would like for you, and this can be a step in the healing process too, okay?
Okay.
I want you to talk to the driver. Whatever you've been wanting to say, this is the time for you to say it. Whether she's watching, her family watching, if they ain't watching, just get it off your chest. Now, when you're done, all you have to do is say, "All right, then, Miss Peachy," and baby, we're gonna go right into the doggone outro, okay? So it's your time to shine. This is your moment. Speak for yourself. Speak for your kids. Speak for Kiah's father. This is your moment. Here we go. I love y'all. Here you go, Vanessa.
Kiah, I just want to say that you are full of shit. You should have just told me the truth in the beginning, and I probably wouldn't have been able to forgive you. In the beginning, my heart wouldn't allow me to forgive you, but I do forgive you. I already know deep down inside that you are already facing your karma on how you did my daughter. And I hope one day that you can forgive yourself on how you did my family and the heartache that we suffer on a daily basis without our Kiah being here. Um, I don't have to hate you, and I don't hate you. Because at the end of the day, you are still somebody's child, and I forgive you. And that's the healing process for me. My boys, that's something totally different, but for me, I forgive you. And my heart is truly in the right place by forgiving you. God have mercy on your soul. I'm good, Miss Peachy.
I gotta say this. I have to say this. And I can see Vanessa down there. Vanessa, if I'm wrong, do like this. That means pull me back up because you're wrong. And if I'm right, then don't even tell me pull you back up because I can see you down there. I want everybody to know that Vanessa issue is not that she yielded instead of stopped. Her issue is what happened after the fact. How Kiah played it after the fact. She could have came and told the truth. She could have came crying. I can't believe this happened. I'm so sorry. And all of this could have been erased as far as her, Vanessa feeling the way that she felt, her sons feeling the way that they feel. That's what I'm talking about when I say erased. But being that the lies occurred, and then it was like, something on top of another. Just study, climbing. And it's like they couldn't get a break. They could not get a break. Now, Vanessa, I'm gonna bring it back up just to make sure, people don't think I'm lying, but I ain't see her go like this. But Vanessa, I'm gonna bring it back up. Am I telling the truth or am I not?
You telling the truth. You telling the truth. If she would have came to me in the beginning and just laid it out minute by minute on what happened, I would have been like, okay, it was an accident. But you chose to lie. Lie. You chose to say negative things about my daughter. You chose to say, I don't care what nobody say, I'm coming to the funeral. Baby, you would have came to that funeral, you would have had a well-whooped ass that day.
All right, we're going to bring Miss Vanessa right on back down. We're going to y'all tell Miss Vanessa back, okay? Miss Vanessa gonna come back. Miss Vanessa gonna come back. She is going to do a fan takeover with me. I ain't even ask her. I'm telling Miss Vanessa she gonna come and do a fan takeover with me because baby, she is so funny to me. She don't play no games. She don't play no games. I told Miss Vanessa, she was like, I'm so nervous. I said, baby, you ain't gonna be nervous. You wait till this show gets started. You ain't gonna be nervous at all. So, y'all, again, thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. I love each and every one of you. And make sure y'all tune in on Friday. And I love y'all. Thank you all for the new people that came to see me tonight and see Miss Vanessa and Jason. We thank y'all so much. Please, please, please continue to watch the show. And we are out of here, okay? Miss Vanessa, I'm finna play this one. I ain't gonna even play the whole thing. But when people be lying, Miss Vanessa ain't lying. But allegedly, from what Miss Vanessa said, that kind of lying over there. So this is what I play when people be lying. Here we go.
Robert, stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing. Robert. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me, y'all. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career. Robert. 30 years of my career. Y'all trying to kill me. You're killing me, man. This is not about music. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids, and I can't do it. Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
I get people every time Miss Kiah, look, now Miss Kiah, Miss Vanessa down there cracking up laughing, y'all. I get them every time with that one. All right, y'all. Bye. You gotta listen to my babies.
Return.